Good morning, ma'am. My name is Man Maria Evelyn, and my report is talk about consciousness. It's a multifaceted concept that has puzzled philosophers and scientists for centuries. It refers to our subjective awareness of encounter are true feeling, sensation, and perception. Um, for me, consciousness is the stage of being aware and um, responsive to, to our surrounding and including to, our, to myself. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, Ma'am Silahes. I'm Janeline Agreda, and my topic is about sleep and dream. So, here's my introduction about my topic. Sleep is naturally recurring state of mind and body characterized by altered consciousness, relatively inhibited sensory activity, and muscular inactivity. So, dreams, on the other hand, are mental experiences that occur during sleep, often involving vivid imaginary and emotions. So we have examples. I have examples here of sleep stages. So during sleep stages, we have the NREM, which is a non-rapid eye movement. During sleep, we have three stages, one to three or four stages in the non-rapid eye movement sleep. So dito yung ano lang yung deeper level of relaxations lang yung natutulog lang ta. So non-rapid eye movement, it means yung ito yung eyeballs natin, yung dito sa ano natin is hindi siya mahimbing lang talaga, tulog natin yung nakagano lang, hindi siya nag-move. So yun ang tawag doon is non-rapid eye movement, yun siya. So mahimbing lang ang tulog natin. So the other one is the rapid eye movement or REM. So the REM sleep or the rapid eye movement sleep associated with vivid dreaming and increased brain activity. So dito naman sa rapid eye movement, itong ano natin, kaya tulog tayo. Ngayon pag tulog tayo, yung nag-move, ibig sabihin mahimbing ang tulog natin, tapos papunta na tayo sa level na yung papunta na tayo sa nag-dream na tayo. So, yun siya. So, we have two types of dreams. We have three types of dreams. First one is the narrative dreams. Narrative dreams, coherent stories with characteristics and characters and plots. So, ito yung si narrative dreams is ito yung mga kwento ng panaginip, mga kwento ng ating panaginip or mga pangarap na mga kwento ng ating mga pangarap. So, dyan yun dyan na belong yung stories of our dreams. Dyan na belong yun sa narrative dreams. So, the second one is lucid dreams. Lucid dreams in which the dreamer is aware and the dreamer is aware that she or he is dreaming. Sometimes the dreamer controls her dream experiences. So dito naman si lucid dreams naman is ito yung maliwanag na panaginip, which is yung aware ka na nanaginip ka. So meron palang mga ganun na mga scenarios na kapag nananaginip ka, yung aware ka na nanaginip ka. So, you can change pwede mo siya, kahit na panaginip siya, pwede mo siyang igawan ng kwento. Pwede mo siyang i-change yung kwento ng iyong panaginip. Kasi nga aware ka na nanaginip ka, pwede mo i-change yung magiging resulta ng iyong panaginip. So, yun si lucid dreams. So, the number 3 is the number 3 dreams is types of dreams is the nightmares. So nightmares, frightening dreams that often awaken the sleeper. So si nightmares naman, ito yung mga nakakatakot na mga panaginip natin na nagkukos na nagigising tayo sa ating panaginip dahil sa ating panaginip. So, in summary, so sleep and dreams are essential components of human experience. Sleep provides restorative benefits while dreams offer a window into a subconscious mind. Understanding the complex interplay between these two phenomena can shed light on various aspects of human behavior, cognition. So synthesis, or my synthesis to this is this topic about dreams and about sleep and dreams. Sleep and dreams are intricately linked physiological and psychological processes. Sleeps, particularly the rapid eye movement sleep, is crucial for cognitive functions, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. So, dreams, which occur primarily during the rapid eye movement sleep, are thought to play a role in processing information, problem solving, and emotional release, while the exact function of dreaming remain a subject of ongoing research. Various theories and been proposed, including the activation synthesis hypothesis and the neurocognitive theory. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. Ako po si Jenna Rose Timbang. Ang aking i-report po ngayon ay tungkol sa altering consciousness, hypnosis, and meditation. Altering consciousness, ito ay tumutukoy sa sinasadyang pagbabago ng kalagayan ng isip ng isang tao. Kadalasan, upang maikintal ang isang mas mataas na antas ng kamalayan, pagpapahinga o focus, maring makamit ito sa pamamagitan ng iba't ibang pamamaraan, kabilang ang hypnosis at pagmumuni-muni. Ang hypnosis ay isang trance-like na kalagayan ng kamalayan na ipinakilala ng isang practitioner na ilalarawan sa pamamagitan ng mataas na pagiging mapaniwala, nakatuong atensyon at pagpapahinga. Halimbawa, mga gamit sa paggamot, pangangasiwa ng sakit, pagbabawas ng pagkabalisa, pagtigil sa paninigarilyo at mga phobia, at pagpapahusay ng pagganap, pinapahusay na pagganap sa palakasan at kakayahan sa pag-iisip. Meditation ay isang gawain na nagsasangkot ng nakatuong atensyon at kamalayan, na kadalasang ginagamit upang mabawasan ang stress, mapabuti ang kalinawan ng pag-iisip, at mapahusay ang pangkalahatang kagalingan. Halimbawa, pagmumuni-muni ng kamalayan, pagbibigay pansin sa mga karanasan sa kasalukuyang sandali ng walang paghatol. At transcendental meditation, pag-uulit ng isang mantra upang ituon ang isipan. Pangatlo, pagmumuni-muni ng pagmamahal na kabaitan. Paglilinang ng mga damdamin ng pag-ibig, pakikiramay, at kabaitan sa sarili at sa iba. Hanggang dito lang po. Maraming salamat.
Hello ma'am, good morning. My name is Alfrenet de la Cruz from BSCD 4A. I am from Group 2 and our topic focuses on consciousness. Today, I will tackle about altering consciousness through drugs. So, when we say altering consciousness, this is the modification of our state of mind, and it can alter our mood, our perception, and also our behavior. Um, my topic is all about drugs, which are the stimulants, the depressants, and hallucinogenics. So first, we will define what is psychoactive substances or drugs. These are chemical compounds that can affect the central nervous system and altering our brain function, leading to change in mood, behavior, and perception. So, kapag nag-take tayo nitong mga drugs na ito, maiiba yung mood natin, yung mga behavior natin, at paano natin piniperceive ang ating kapaligiran. So, first example of psychoactive substances or drugs is the depressants. So, depressants can slow down the central nervous system, leading to relaxation and reduced anxiety. So, example of these depressants are the alcohol or yung mga alak, and then we also have benzodiazepines and opioids. So, these two are pills. These are pills that should be taken by a person. So in this kind of depressants, we need to consult first the doctor, at kailangan in moderation yung pag take nito. So next example of these substances or drugs is the stimulants. So it can increase our alertness, attention, and energy level. So example of this is cocaine, amphetamine, methamphetamine, and caffeine. The caffeine is always present sa ating mga coffee. So the cocaine, amphetamine, and methamphetamine, these are illegal drugs. So it is prohibited na i-take ng isang tao. And syempre in the Philippines, it's not advisable na mag-take tayo ng ganito. So kasi 'di ba hinuhuli, it's illegal. Last is the hallucinogenic. So this can distort sensory perception and can cause hallucination. So examples of these are the LSD, um, psilocybin, mushrooms, and ketamine. So these hallucinogenics can distort our perception and can induce mystical experience or alter state of consciousness. Ang side effects kasi nito is merong mga panic attacks, and then mga psychosis, o yung mga bagay na ordinary natin na wala naman, hindi siya present sa environment pero nakikita or nararamdaman natin. And then also flashback, so maghahalucinate tayo, hindi natin alam kung anong ginagawa or sinasabi natin. So these kinds of psychoactive substances or drugs, the depressants, the stimulants, and hallucinogenics can have a positive and negative impact sa health natin. So kailangan is everything should be in moderation, at para hindi tayo ma-addict sa anumang mga substances na ito. So that's all, ma'am, and thank you so much.